How to add meta fields to products in your Shopify store. Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video, I will show you an overview, step by step, how to do so. So basically, if you don't know, meta fields are pretty much extra information, you could say, about products. So you can actually go in and list them to each product, and each one is going to have its own individual meta field. Meaning, product red is going to have the meta field material, but it has rubber underneath. And then the other one, which is another product, is going to have the same metal field, which is material, but then it's going to have a different material. So that type of stuff. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to add them and the different types of meta fields that you can even add. It's not only text. So let's just go and get to it. Okay, so to start, you're going to have access to your admin Shopify and, log into your Shopify store. And then from there, you basically just want to go to settings from the bottom left, click on settings. And then once you click on settings, you want to scroll down, I believe to, right here, underneath, you can find custom data. This is pretty much where you need to go within the settings options. Just click on custom data. And then you're going to have the option to add meta field definitions. And this is not only for products, by the way. You can even add them to variants, you can even add them to collections, customers, and blogs, so on. So you can see all the different things that you can add meta fields to. But obviously in this tutorial, we're going to be talking about product meta fields, which you can, argue this is the most important meta field that you could use for the time being. So just go in and click on products. And then if it's your first time, it's going to actually look like this, and you just want to click on add definition. And then you're going to basically add your definition. So this is going to be the general meta field. Remember, this is going to be used on multiple different products. So this is not going to be specific for a product. So just go ahead and give it a general name, a general meta field. It could be a size chart. It could be material used. It could be really whatever you want it to be. So I'm not even sure what to name this. So let's just go ahead and do... let's just do test meta field, because I am really, not sure what I want to add here. So let's just do test meta field. And then for the test meta field, this is pretty much the name, and it is important to keep the name as it should be, because it's going to be visible, and you can even feel free to hide it if you don't want to, but it's going to be better to keep it this way. And for the description, it's pretty much just for you and your team members to understand what this meta field is for and how to format it properly. So if you want to add a description, feel free to do so. So after you add the name, and by the way, this is the namespace and key, it's going to be automatically created for you. So most of the time, you're just going to keep it how it is. But if you want to change it, you can also feel free to do so. It's more of, it's more like the path for a URL, almost the same thing. So next up, after you add a description as well, you want to click on select type. And this is pretty much what you want the type of meta field to be like. So whether it's going to be a single line text, a multi-line text, more things here. You have a lot of stuff like product or even file if you want to add an image for a meta field, which is, oh, sorry, that was my cat. So if you want to add, for example, an image for your meta field, that would be good for example, if you have an image or a image table of your size chart, that could work well. And you also have more things here that you can add, even rich text if you want to. So if you want to format your text in a more, better way. So in this case, usually you're just going to go for single line text or multi-line text or even file, but I'm just going to go for rich text so we can even test this out together. So after this is done, you can feel free to click on save at the bottom here. And this should actually save the test meta field for us. If it was something else, obviously going to be, the proper name for it here. And you can even feel free to pin it from products if you want, or even unpin from products. Now that we have this, we can just simply add another definition or another meta field, or simply just exit out of here. It's up to you. So if you decide to just leave at this point, you can feel free to do so. And if you just check your online store at this point, nothing is going to be any different just yet, because, you can actually see we don't really have anything here that showcases our meta field, because we did not add anything yet to our meta fields. These are just basically the containers of the meta fields, but then we can feel free to add for each individual product their own answer for that meta field. Hopefully that made sense, and if it did not, then you can see in the actual preview. So what you need to do next is just go to the products section, and then you want to click on the products where you want to add that specific meta field that we just created too. So we're just going to go for red here, for example, because we don't really have any other product. After you open your product, you want to basically scroll down until you find the meta fields section, which if you did not create any meta field yet is not going to show for you. So unless you have a proper meta field, which is for products, you won't be able to see this. So once you find it, you're going to find the test meta field, which was the one that we just created. And now we can see that we have rich text as the option for this meta field because we chose it to be rich text. So basically what that means is that if you selected, for example, short text or paragraph, then you won't be able to find these items here. For example, bold, italics, insert link, and so on. So now that we have this, we can feel free to add, this is for red. And once this is done, we can just basically save and exit. But what I'm going to do actually, just to demonstrate this, I'm actually going to add another product real quick, name it tutorial, give it a media real quick, and then let's just go ahead and give it a price, sample price, also some quantity here. And then for the meta field, for the test meta field, I'm just going to do this is for tutorial. And now we can even make it bold since we chose, did it turn bold? I believe so. Okay, so now we can just basically save. And again, just exit. And now we can even view our online store and see how it's going to look like for both products. So if we just scroll down, we can go to the red one, and this is going to showcase nothing because I forgot that we actually need to add it to our site. I completely forgot about this, which is the most important step even. You want to go to your online store, go to themes, and then just click on customize. And then you want to go to the default product page. So we can just go to home page here at the top, go to products, and click on default product, or you can just scroll down and click on any of the products available. It's going to be the same way. So if you just click on this, it's going to take us to default product. Okay, so once you open up the product page, it's very simple. What you want to do is basically just go to the template for the product page, and then you want to go to product information. And once you find product information, you want to go to the bottom of this list, which should end with share, but it could be different for you. And you want to go down a little bit and you should be able to find add block. You don't want to add a section, you want to add a block. And once you click on add block, you want to add collapsible row. And once this is added, you can just go in and click on it. And once you click on it, you want to change the heading so it says the same as the name of the meta field, basically, is what you would want it to go with. So in this case, I'm just going to do example. Oh no, it was test meta field. So I'm just going to go for test meta field, and then you can also feel free to change the icon. So you can go for anything like apple, diary, leaf. If you went, for example, for a size chart, you would want to add a ruler and so on. So once this is done, you want to go to the row content and just click on connect dynamic source. And this should allow you to connect the meta field. But if you see this instead and you don't find your meta field, all you need to do is just go back with this arrow here and click on template product. And this should show you the meta field that exists. So click on test meta field. This should actually connect it. And if we open up the collapsible row, you can actually see the meta field for this product. So this is for red. And if we save, we can also feel free to see that it is going to also apply for the rest of the products as well. So if we just go for this one, you can actually see this one is going to say something else. So this is for tutorial. And this is pretty much it. So hopefully you found this video to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.